So what do you say when agents look at you and they say, well, yeah, of course, Jared, that's going to work for you, but it's not going to work for me. So what do you...
I say you're right. Because if you're not in your own corner, you're screwed. You understand? Like, those people with that mindset, that inner narrative, will always fail. Because no matter what you put in front of them, what they're searching for, their bandwidth is sitting there going, why doesn't it work? Why doesn't it work? Why doesn't it work? Okay? So you're right. It won't work for them because they suck.
It's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah, because they suck. You know, like nothing's ever going to work for you. That's how your life is. You understand? And yet there are other people like myself who grow up in, you know, single parent households with brothers that don't graduate high school, with, you know, whatever, and go, I'll tell you how this is going to work. You understand? So really it has absolutely zero to do with the content coming from the stage or the fact that someone else did it that way or whatever. It has everything to do with that person right there that's sitting there. It's no different than when I go in front of an audience, and especially now that I've been around for over a decade, and I get people that come up to me who were from an event 6 years ago and say, I did everything you said to do, and I'm #1 in my state. I'm #1 in my province. I'm, you know, blah. And someone else in that same event goes, oh, that guy sucks. That doesn't work. Come on. Like, if you're not in your own corner, you've already lost. Like, that's it. So as soon as you tell me it's not going to work for you, I'm like, you're right. And neither will anything else. You're in the wrong business. Yeah,
one of my mentors told me early on in my career that you have to think about what you're thinking about. You got to examine your own thoughts. And Socrates said, unexamined life is not worth living. Yeah, you definitely got to think about what you think about, because if you let those kind of thoughts float around in your head, and I think all of us are susceptible to that until we really habituate that out of ourselves to just self-doubt. But again, like you said, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. If I think that there's nothing I can do, then I'm right, because I've already lost the battle.
Dude, those people excite me. You know why? Because the fact that such a huge percentage of our population thinks like that is why I have such an advantage. Because I'm such an eternal optimist when it comes to myself. I will bet on myself every day of the week. You know why? Because 95 out of 100 other people are going around saying why things don't work. And there's my competition. You understand? So like I win at times when it doesn't look like I should win. I win at times when I probably shouldn't have won, because everyone else disqualifies themselves. And that is one thing that I will not do. Okay. Anything that I'm in, and this is just how I think, and I'm just telling everybody, this is how you should think too. Like anything that you're in, anything that you're trying, anything that you're going in saying that it's not going to work the moment you go in, just stop wasting everybody's time. Okay. Because anything that I'm going to exert my energy to, it's going to work. Why else am I doing this? And by the way, if I get in and it doesn't work, it probably wasn't that thing's fault. It was probably my own. Okay? But when they came out with smart keys and I got into a car and I'm going, how do I make there's nothing to turn. The car wasn't the issue. Okay? The implementation of how to turn the car on was the issue. So now I had to be educated and I had to learn what I did wrong, but the car wasn't the issue. When you're trying to implement any kind of a new thing or any kind of a, you know, whatever it happens to be, and it's not working, stop looking at the thing first. Because you can't control the thing. Right here, you control this. Make a change. If it's working for someone else, it can work for you. Period. You know, while you're saying this strategy, teams don't work, this doesn't work, I can point to thousands and millions of where it does. You know, like, everything works when done correctly. You know, you can mow a lawn with a pair of scissors. Now it sucks, but it works. You know, it's just implementation. Like, that's it.